Hey guys, Marvin and Kid here, back again. How's all my comic geeks out there doing? As always, some news I wanted to break. Now, as you all know, this is comic news, this is comic related stuff, so this will be not just on this channel, but this will also be on Comic Central, my comic channel, as well. So, news came out that when I got home, uh, I was surfing on Twitter, and I saw this posted by several individuals. IGN, yeah, I do follow IGN on Twitter, and a couple of people retweeted some things and things like that. But the concept is really about Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk. So, I want to make sure I don't butcher anybody's names. So let me make sure I get everything right. So basically, in December, this December, there's a new series. Looks like there are more new series that are coming out for the second wave of Marvel now. And this one absolutely caught my eye and makes perfect sense to me personally. And it seems that Miss Mariko uh, Tamiki, Tamiki, I hope I'm saying, I don't want to butcher that name, will launch a new Jennifer Walters series, but it's going to be entitled just Hulk. And it's going to focus, it's going to a very dark place with Jennifer. Now, most of the time we see Jennifer has always been this very lifting, very imposing. She is what we call pretty much the Jade Glamazon. She's always showcasing. She is the. I don't mean to steal Beth Phoenix's line, but she is the. She's basically the image of strength and beauty. And in this, it's going to a place that the reason for the name, it's going to that place of Jen has gone through a lot this year. She was nearly killed. She was put in a coma. She was in a coma for a while after her fight with Thanos, and she wakes up to have one of her friends, Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, tell her that her beloved cousin Bruce Banner has been killed, and not only was he killed, but she knows who killed him. That's a lot of trauma to deal with, don't you think? So that's what Miss Tamiki is going to be dealing with. Tamiki is going to be dealing with, along with Nico Leone's artwork. I like his artwork, not bad. I've seen his artwork during Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, things like that. Ms. Marvel, a few people, but she's going to go that route. And if you remember in that issue when Carol told Jen, if you are reading Civil War 2, she looked way different. She looked different. She looked pissed. She looked like she was gonna hulk out even further. And this cover that you probably see to my left, probably your right, where however you're looking at this vid, um, it kind of personifies what Jen is going to go through. She's going through trauma. How is she dealing with not only her cousin's death, but also the fact of she's still a lawyer and she's a superhero, so she's doing double duties. How is she going to deal with that? You know, will the lines of trust play a big factor as well? Now, a lot of these questions had me very interested, and I'm like, yeah, I am a fan of Jennifer Walters. I always will be, but the fact that she is almost like nullifying She-Hulk and just being called Hulk, that says a lot that either they want to really put that weight that was on Bruce Banner's back on her back to maybe even evolve her character even more. And if that's the case, I'm all for that. And once again, I will say to David Goyer, who pissed off and said some bullshit about Jennifer Walters. If that's the case, once again, suck it, Goyer, because this looks like this may be just the need for people to take She-Hulk, maybe a little, look at her a little differently, through different eyes, through different meanings of trauma. I like that. I like that indeed. So seeing this very much is something I'm very interested. This comes out in December. So it's an aftermath of Civil War. And I'm looking forward to seeing where Mariko takes Jennifer Walters, you know, and how she's going to deal with Bruce's death. I remember I remember a friend, I remember reading somewhere or earlier before I took a hiatus from Facebook. Um, I was talking to friends, we were talking about it, and we were like, what's that meeting between her and Hawkeye going to be like? You know, I don't think they're going to wait for that. That's going to come very quickly. I feel that's going to come quickly. Um, but what's that meeting going to be like? How is she going to deal with it? You know, next to Betty, in a sense, Jen was just as close as Betty or Rick or anybody else. That was his go-to. Now he's gone. How does she deal with that? How does she deal with her own flesh and blood now dead? I like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing some good storytelling from that. And seeing the progression of this character, as a hero, and dealing with a traumatic event of losing one's family. I can vouch, I can literally vouch for her and say, I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like to be traumatically almost scarred of the loss of a loved one. I've lost enough to scar me, but I'm still here. And that's kind of what I feel that this series is going to go, is like she's going to deal with it, but in her own way, fight those demons, but it's going to take her to a dark place. Let's see where this goes. I'm interested. What about you guys? I ran my mouth off long enough. This is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace and love. Stay tuned. Keep it real as always. I'm out, guys. Take care.